What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Lamar. It's my brother, Casey Fowler, and this is episode 112 of the Foul English Podcast.
Hey, man, like every other episode, get your headphones on if you're at work, put the kiddies to bed, get your accessories right, because you might just hear some foul language. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
You got that right. Roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right, everybody, we back. And before we get into all the good stuff tonight, we're going to start with the accessory check-in. So, brother, what accessory do you have tonight?
Well, since I only had a little bit of it from last time, because, last time we recorded with Dre, man, I damn near finished the whole bottle of fucking Jameson. That was a brand new bottle. But
yeah, I had about, you was feeling pretty good by the end.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. That shit was fun, man.
It was.
I got about a quarter of the bottle left. So, I said, fuck it, I'm going to finish it. And then I feel like dipping into my Christmas present. Shout out to the Ekfajis again, my in-laws. And I got this guy right here, man. You already know how it smokes, so I ain't got to go into that, man. But it's Jameson and it's a fucking Placencia, man. It's going to be a good night. How about yours, man?
All right, so we back. We still on the fast. There's still no alcohol. It's still cider. I was putting it on the pot to simmer it to get warm, and I forgot about it. So it might be a little concentrated right now because it's reduced a little bit. I've got this, what is it, La Vereda by Crown Heads.
Crown Head makes some good
Never
shit.
had it before. Yeah, they do. Burns a little weird, but I think it's evening out now that I touched it up. So we'll see what happens with that. So we'll see how they turn out later on.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again where we like to do the What's Best in Life, where we bring stuff that's going on positive in our world out there to you guys, man. This ever negative world, we hear so much negative shit. So we like to start everything off on a positive note. So, brother, what's best in life?
Well, first of all, we cannot start this episode at all with the newest niece to the clan was born probably about an hour and a half before we started recording. Shout out to, won't say the whole name, but shout out to baby Paris out there.
Yeah. I wish you
don't have details yet. So yeah, that was a battle, but she made it. So
she made it.
She did.
I would like to say 6 pounds 1 ounce, everybody.
You got the weight? Cool. All right. Y'all see the super wrinkled Team Daiguren flag, which means I'm somewhere where I hadn't been in a while. I'm in the cigar tent, also known as the Portable Man Cave, undisclosed location. It's cold, but it's not really cold enough for the tent. But I'm doing a video on MFR for it, so dual duty. Why not?
Dual duty.
Oh yeah, and you got to smoke cigars in it. I mean, there's no other way. So
Indeed.
Definitely excited about that. I meant to say last week, but I forget. I finished Attack on Titan. I don't know how
did it end.
It ended. It was an ending. It was a complete ending. It was an interesting ending. It's an ending that probably it's not one that's like, yo, ending done, got it. Like you have to kind of discuss it with people when you're done, because there's a lot of themes shoehorned in there real quick at the end if you aren't paying attention. I mean, they're kind of throughout the anime, but it kind of like brings them full circle by the time it's all over.
Right.
But still a good anime. It is not, in my opinion, I mean, it's a fantastic anime, but I'm not gonna consider it best ever and all that shit. But really good anime. So I recommend it anybody watch it. So let's see, finished Dr. Stone today. Started Solo Leveling. The past 2 years in a row anime I'm anticipating. We didn't do one this year. Solo Leveling was on there. It's finally out. Watched the first
that's
2
really
episodes.
Good, actually. I've heard really good things about that.
Yeah, I've been reading it for a while. So if you like Demon Lord or those kind with the soup, well, more closer along to that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Like it's not as cheesy, I guess, as like Demon Lord or some of those other ones. Like he plays the character straight, and it's an interesting story. The world is interesting. The powers are interesting. So it's fun to watch that. So oh yeah, I'd recommend. It's only 2 episodes in right now, and it's only dubbed. I mean subbed. I'm sorry. So if you watch dubbed, you gotta wait. I think this Sunday is the first dubbed episode. So it's that. Let's see what else is going on. Had a double date lunch with some friends today and missus. We went to a vegan ramen spot today, and it was fantastic. Only thing that sucked is there was a whole bunch of food that looked better that wasn't vegan and couldn't touch it. And they had bottles of Yamazaki behind us.
Couldn't
touch it.
Damn. Just take me home. Just take me home.
So, but it was still good. Good spot. Kim found it. It was real good. I kind of wish I would have bought one to go, but oh well, so be it.
Nice.
And then lastly, I got my evaluation today, which feeds into my pay raise and my bonus and all that shit. So it's about what I expected, which isn't a bad thing. So definitely happy about where it puts me now. So good things. So yeah, I think that's about it on the Wibble. Again, shout out to Tanya and Baby Paris and Nard, the whole little group, and the kids. They're gonna have some sleepless nights coming up, but that's all right. So what about you, man? What's best in life?
Oh man, like you said, man, new niece, man, another one to call me Uncle Kevy at the crib, man. So like you said, shout out to them again, of course, man. Let's see, where should I start? We had a date ourselves. What day we went and did that? Shit, I don't even remember what day we did it, but we did it.
And you go last week?
I think it was. I don't remember shit.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Friday of last week.
Yeah, I think it was Friday. Yeah. So we went to Nectar Farms and got some wings and some daiquiris and shit. Just chilling. It was good. We finished Misfits of the Demon Academy joint, man. Finally, we finished the second season, and honestly and truly, where it stopped at, I'm not going to do any spoilers, but where it stopped at, they could just leave it there. I think if they do another season, they're going to ruin the fucking anime. But
okay. I think that's going to be what we watch next.
Yeah, and speaking of anime, Kingdom is out, season 5. Me and Keontae are not watching it yet because
gotta let it build up.
Yeah, and I fucked around and got Keontae in the Yu Yu Hakusho. So we started Yu Yu from the beginning.
Yes,
man.
We're
in the Saint Beats right now. We're actually going to jump back on that when I go back in there, man. Kids are back at school. Had a little winter storm that came through. Luckily, we did not lose power, water, anything like that, man. It was just cold as a motherfucker out this bitch. So that's always.
Y'all get any snow?
No, we just got
y'all did.
Fucking ice.
Okay.
And they even sent the power company even sent the message out saying, "Hey, we might lose power, cuz just so you know, we're working as fast as we can." So I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." But luckily we didn't, and I got a couple of extra days on top of the 4 days. So I had like almost a week.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, shit was fucking amazing. I hated going back to fucking work, man. Started my certification for human resource specialist, so that's been interesting. It's not necessarily the field I plan on going when I get out of the military, but it's more or less a backup just in case shit doesn't go well. That's something I could jump into. That's actually a pretty lucrative career from what I've seen from the salaries of a human resource specialist. And and you can practically work any fucking where it's human resources. So I was like, why the fuck not? Let's do it. Sounds interesting. So it's going over laws and shit like that. It's actually kind of interesting. A little bit boring because when it came to citizenship class at school, I fucking hated that shit. I ain't give a damn about the 3 parts of the fucking government and none of that shit. That shit put me to sleep every time. But it's going over
What's wrong with so many people now?
But it's going over all the acts that's out there to protect you from when employment stuff like that. So it's actually been really interesting, man. Really interesting. And then I got accepted into another school today, Millamont down in Augusta. The VA is gonna pay for that too, man. I actually used up my GI Bill. He tried to give me a 12-month extension on my GI Bill, and he ended up getting me 24 months extension for my fucking post 9/11 GI Bill. So 18-month course, fully paid for. and getting a nice little check for going to school, man. So all my hard work, struggle, headaches, fucking permanent body damage and shit I'm getting mine, goddamn it. Y'all gonna have to give it to me. I'm taking all of it. Like Dad used to, I'm getting this paper. I'm getting this paper, goddamn it. That's what the hell I'm doing, man. But other than that, oh yeah, and our dog, he's fine now, but he broke his dew claw. If you don't know what a dew claw is, Lamar, ladies and gentlemen, it's the little nub on your fucking dog, the little itty bitty claw. So he broke that shit yesterday. Took him to the vet today. He's fine. We spent $100-something fucking dollars just for him to do the same shit we could have did with a fucking fingernail clipper. I was a little pissed about that one, but we're not
sounding like Scrooge now.
We're not the veterinarian, so it was better safe than fucking sorry. We ain't want to do it ourselves.
Yeah, always
bled out or some shit like that.
Yeah,
so it was better safe than sorry.
That's real.
A lot of good shit, a lot of fucked up shit. But like I said, we won't focus on the negative shit, man. We just focus on the positive, brother, and that's what best.
Right. Oh, it sounds like a good week. I know there was some not so good stuff in there, so it's good to talk about the positive. So y'all let us know what's best for you guys. What was good for your week? Definitely want to hear that in the comments.
All right, man. So I had my children starting out young, man. You started later on. You was, I guess you could say, more established. So I thought this would be a good topic to kind of discuss, because we're on two different sides of the spectrum, kind of in terms of the age you should be as an adult to have kids, man. And so what you think? What do you think about the best age to have a kid? Some people say 21. Some people say 27. Some people say when you're financially stable. Some people say fuck it, do it, get out of the way. What do you think?
I mean, if I had to say, and just age-wise, without looking at other factors, I'd probably say late 20s to early 30s is probably the best time, because you're somewhat old enough to start to be getting your shit together. You're old enough to figure out kind of who you are as a person. You have some level of stability, hopefully. In this crazy world, you might not, but hopefully. And then, by the time they get old enough to do stuff like play sports and stuff like that, you're not like a 70-year-old dude, like what is it? Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Old and got them babies.
They just had like babies like last year.
Yes. Like yes.
80 something.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Like, no, that is, I mean, you got enough money and they can get broke off, but that's that. But that's not it. I mean, I think that's a good age to get you balance between, being able, because I think about now with Lamar, let's see, because he's just getting ready to start kindergarten next school year. So by the time he gets out of kindergarten, I'll be 50s, getting ready to retire. If I don't retire early. So I mean there's that, and then if I want to stay in work, or if I'm whatever the case may be, or fuck that, I'll be retired by then. But he'll be in college or whatever, and so there's that. But at the same time, more financially stable, have a better temperament about things, can look at things a little bit differently. Mindset's a little different. Grown and matured a lot since 16, 17, 18, 19, early 20s. So I think it's more advantageous to the child, I think, in some respects, to have the parent just a little bit older, a little more mature, because things are handled a little different. And sometimes you don't have, unless you have like a village. I mean, that helps too. Aunties, uncles, cousins. I sound like the kids' prayers right now. Grandparents and all that stuff around to help shape and mold that child. But if it's you kind of out by yourself and young, I mean, babies raising babies is a thing, man. So I mean, I think that's kind of where it's a challenge. But on the other side, if you have your kids young, they grow up young and they get their own shit young. So I mean, there's that, because I got some friends right now that are my age that are empty nesters right now, and that's just like, it was probably hell early on. But it's glory. Like, your ass gonna be in a decade or so, you're gonna be like, you can't tell me shit.
10 years, 18 months, and 17 hours and 33 seconds.
That would be 11 years and 6 months.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. So I mean, I think there's that advantage to it. It's gonna be hard in the beginning, if you're a young parent. But like you said, by the time you start to get yourself to your establishment, you young, got your life ahead of you. Now, I know some people too that I've known had a kid early, have a kid in college and a kid in kindergarten. That shit is wild to me. But
That's a big ass gap.
to each his own. That's a huge gap. But to each his own. I mean, if you want to do it, you want to do it. And I mean, it's different. It's almost, I mean, akin to some respects, like a grandbaby almost, because it's a whole different ball game. You got a kid that can babysit sometimes, drop in, help out. So I mean, your village forms a different way in that case. So it's kind of interesting. But we had ours. We were in our, let's see, mid to late 30s when we started, and so I mean, I think it was a good age. I mean, I think it's good. So definitely glad about that. So you, my brother, have had kids across the spectrum. So what do you think? Looking at it now.
Well, since I've pretty much had kids in each aspect of my life, you know what I'm saying? Had kids in my teens, had kids in my 20s. Kevion was born when I was like 30, 31, something like that.
Yeah.
So I had kids through the past
3 decades of your life.
Yeah, I've been doing it, but it's like you said, the
yeah, I guess so. Apparently,
having them early is a struggle. You don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who you are. Your resume consists of Taco Bell for 2 years, and that's it. And you really ain't got much to provide, kind of, I guess, materially, because I ain't have much to provide, like as far as Christmas gifts and give me your money whenever you need it when I was younger. But they had fucking diapers on deck. They had food on deck. I wasn't playing no motherfucking games by that shit. By hook or by crook, they had they shit. So that was that. But age I would think is appropriate. And me and Tangi have talked about this before. I told her to at least give me till she about 23, 24, so she could be somewhat situated somewhere, not just, what I'm saying, out here just scrambling. I think no more, in my opinion, I say no more than about like 30, 31 when you should have your first one. I mean, there is no this. It's not a race, like I said, my corny quote last week. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon, not a foot race or some shit like that. And it's not. You know what I'm saying? You have kids when you're ready. When the ancestors or whoever you believe in says that it's time for you to have it, that's when you're gonna have your child. But I think the older you are when you have it, I mean, you got to think about, your body's changing for the worse. You know what I mean? Like the aches, the pains, the diseases that may sprout that are hereditary that hits your family around this age, stuff like that. When you wait, you get longer, that cause, complications. And a lot of times,
that's a good point.
We're having babies a little too late, but you don't want to have it too early because you a goddamn kid yourself, man. Believe me, I didn't even know how to change a goddamn diaper. I was fucking trying to, I'm watching cartoons still, bro, trying to put a baby to sleep type shit. You know what I'm saying?
We went to a class for that shit, man.
We went to a class, so I ain't listening to that shit. I hate school.
Where I was ready, I took notes.
But at the end of it, you just really got to figure out, where you are. Now, if you're just gonna be careless and just, then shit's gonna motherfucking happen. But if you're really trying, I'm trying to get this straight, please. I try so fucking hard. Oh shit.
That is going to be the sound effect of, I guess, popping out kids, we're going to say. Not the sound effect of part of the act.
No, popping out the children act, man. Just popping out. We're gonna say that.
Yeah.
But it varies. I just say be careful. Like, even if you are a child raising a child, honestly the cool thing about that is you can see your evolution as a fucking parent. Because I've seen mine from Tangi all the way to Kevion. I've grown with Tangi, Dre, and Shania, being I had them so young. And we all learned together. It was kind of interesting, man. It was actually a up and down, exciting fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Living life type shit. It was great for me. But on the other hand, I know a person in particular. I'm pretty sure they don't watch or whatever, but she's a grandma. She's what, like a year younger than me.
Yeah.
So sometimes they be getting it in and their kids getting in, but the excuse I would not accept at all is, well, hell, you did it. What's wrong for me to fucking do it? No, motherfucker, no.
I mean, but what can you say? I mean, that's valid. You want them to do better, but
which is true. And I was explaining that to Kevin Andre was the one, because he had this little moment when he was like 17 where he just wanted to have a baby. He thought the baby was gonna give him more responsibility. And I'm like, no, stupid. Listen. So and then he used that one. I'm like, you know what? You right. And if you did it, I wouldn't be mad. Because I can't be mad at you, but I can advise you against it because I know what happens from having a kid that early. I can't be mad at you. Hell no. Can't be mad at all. Because that'll make me a fucking hypocrite. I'll be contradicting my goddamn self around here. Just that. You know what I'm saying? But in all, I say just do it when you think you're ready, not because babies are so cute. Yeah, they cute as fuck for that day or two while they still in the fucking hospital. You got nurses and shit helping your ass. But the moment that first night, oh, and then that 6 weeks after, fellas, you trying to get, the 6 weeks is over and all they yearning. You get ready to get up in it and you hear it. You try to hurry up real quick. It fucking work.
Or you be so damn tired, you be like, the desire is there, but I can use some fucking sleep.
Right. But hell, sometimes I just let them little motherfuckers cry. Fuck it. Let's just go in the other room. Let the motherfucker cry for a minute. He done been fed. His diaper don't need to be changed. He just crying.
I mean, that's key.
Let's go downstairs. Fuck it, man. You gotta get it how you live, man. Fuck it. No, I don't give a damn. But children are a beautiful thing, regardless if you have them young, regardless if you have them in your later years, regardless of, whenever you fucking have them, man, it's a beautiful thing. The only thing I will say, and to end my point, is just simply fucking take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Take care of responsibility. If you fuck around and you out here fucking at 16 and 17, no protection, no birth control, no nothing at all, and you fucking get pregnant, don't put them kids off on your fucking parents or try to run away from your responsibilities. I mean, yeah, abortion's an option. My body, my choice. Correct, ladies. It definitely is your choice. But, at some point, you got to take responsibility of those actions. Don't run from them. If, you know what I'm saying? You're doing the act to become a parent. I know it's fun, doing what you do in order to get the baby, but you know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to step up and take care of that baby also. So shout out to mainly all the young dads that's out there doing it, man. Especially because we got another one on the way. Shout out to Taylor and Freddie, man. Y'all next to the shoot, man. Can't wait to see Nevaeh. I hope I said her name right, man. That's all I got.
Yeah. So I got one point to make based on what you said, and then I have a question for you. Being as you're the father across all timelines.
It's a hell of a title. Put it on the cup.
This should be funny. So the point that I was gonna say, you brought up age in your body or whatever. When we had Lamar Jr., we were, on the other side of the 30s, and we didn't know, but that they consider that, what is it, geriatric pregnancy?
Yeah.
At first, it sounds old as shit. Like, it's not like you're like 60 getting pregnant. You're like, wait. And right, because I remember the first time she said it, I looked at Kim, she looked at me, what the hell? And I was like, oh, that's just a term, okay. Which inherently makes you high risk. So, I mean, and there's some things, knowing what I know about like women, Black women especially, and childbirth, there's things I would have done differently being an advocate for her a little more. Because, I mean, the doctor was like, oh, everything looks good. It's fine. Everything's progressing. But we didn't know that, she was a high risk and there was things to look for. So, and clearly he was born premature and all that shit that went down. So, definitely something to keep in mind if you have kids a little later is, be an advocate for yourself. And, even if you're older, I mean, there's some things you just don't know. So there's that. So now my question for you. You mentioned that you evolved as a parent across, from Tangi to Kevion. do your older kids notice that? Because I'm sure they do. Kids are observant. Do they notice that? And like, kind of like that same dynamic you have when like you talk about how mom was with us versus how she is with the grandkids. Do your older kids kind of say, "Hey, it sure was different for the younger two than it was for us"? And if so, how do you handle that?
A lot of times, but the girls, not so much. I mean, the girls is kind of more like, "Oh, we ain't. Dang, they got this. We ain't had this when we was growing up. And daddy was broke. Goddamn it. That's why you ain't fucking have it. That's why you want to know." But a lot of it came from mostly Kevondre. A lot of times, like different discipline actions, and he's like, if that was me, I'd do such and such and such and such. But I had to let him understand that. When I was a kid, I was fucking like 19 when he was born, so I still didn't, really have a full grasp of this parenting thing. I thought the answer was beat that ass, 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 repeat, beat that ass, play a little bit, feed them, beat that ass, beat that ass. I thought that was the method. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the method of being a parent, because nobody really sat me down and told me, do this or do that. Or the only advice I got was, you got to do what you got to do. So I had to figure the shit out myself. I really fucking did.
Ain't no manual.
No, hell no. It definitely ain't.
And they all different.
Now, when he was younger, he was there. There was a lot with him, especially because I had other boys. You know what I'm saying? And Dre was my guy. Like 3 years old, riding in the passenger seat of my car and shit with the windows down, smoking a cigarette. I know that sounds like bad parenting, but goddamn it. Anyway, just riding with my guy down the fucking street, man, and shit, just chilling. And and he was supposed to come with me when he turned 5. I ain't gonna go into that story, but he was always the most excited when we came. You know what I'm saying? Always crying when we was gone. Like he was that kid, but I had to sit down and let him understand, the way things fucking work. And now that he's mature enough to fully understand shit, I mean, the dynamic between Dre, Keontae, and Kevion, man, that shit is fucking amazing, man. They get along, they all chill and watch TV together, or they just go and do their own fucking thing, and it's cool now. It's more of a gotta be real moment, because a lot of times when we were kids, they would like kind of sugarcoat shit, or what I'm saying, they would try to hide a lot of shit, not be as transparent. You know what I'm saying? And I believed in full transparency with my kids, so I tell you the exact, I tell you all that shit. I don't give a fuck when you're of a certain fucking age. You know what I'm saying? That was 16, 17. So I'm like, yeah, let me break some shit down to y'all. This was this was this, and it was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So it's really all good, man. There's really no difference. And the biggest factor, one of the biggest factors with Tangy Dre, Shania, Keontae, and Kevion is Janae K. Janae K doesn't believe in step kids. You know what I'm saying? All 5 of her kids, and she treats them so they never feel out of place. They never feel unwanted. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's wonderful, man. I love having all of my family together.
Yeah, because the girls team up with her against your ass. I've seen it.
Hell yeah, they do. God damn it. Dre too, man. Like I remember one time I was in El Paso, and I'm like, and Dre called, was like, "What's up, Dad? What you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm out here. I'm out here at the restaurant eating. Who you with?" Like, hold on, pimp. Slow down. Who the fuck you talking to, man? You're like, no, I'm just saying, Daddy. I'm gonna tell Naked. Man, shut the hell up, boy. But yeah, man, my kids are fucking amazing, man. I don't regret. A lot of people may say they regret having kids so young and having kids so late. I don't regret none of it, man. It's been a hell of a fucking ride, hell of a roller coaster.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's something you learn from them, and you get entertained every single day.
Most definitely.
Being a parent is wild.
Most
definitely. Hey, man, so how your accessories treating you?
Everything's going good, man. Placencia's smooth. I tried the retro inhale thing a couple of times, and I gave that shit up again. I'm gonna keep practicing though. I'm gonna find a cigar that's not as great as a Placencia. You know what I'm saying? Just something random as fuck. And I'm gonna try some more with that. But the Placencia is always good. I never have a problem with the Placencia, man. And the Jameson, hey, my own sale Jameson can't never be bad, man. I mean, I'm not a big Jameson guy, but it's a good drink to go with a cigar for me. How about you?
So the cigar at first had a weird flavor to it that I couldn't quite place. It didn't. It kind of reminded me of like when you have essential oils going. Like it wasn't the taste, but it was like I don't know. I can't, not mentholy, but some kind of effervescent type kind of thing. I don't know what's going on. I didn't like it. Now that it's gone, the retro is kind of spicy. and it's okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just okay.
Fair enough. Indeed.
Yeah. So, one more thing. It's going kind of fast too. I don't know if that's just because the fan and I'm in this confined place and the air is circulating real fast, but yeah, still pretty good. All right, so this topic has been on the list for a long time, and I put it on there because I was watching this thing about I can't remember birds, something with birds, where these people basically made a fake conspiracy about like birds are not real. I think they said the birds are not real or something, but birds aren't real. They're actually small cameras, and the government's spying on you with these birds. Like they purposely went out to set a stupid, outlandish conspiracy to see if it would get traction. And it got a hell of a lot of traction. There was like Reddit threads and forums and people all over. So shit like spreads like wildfire. And right now, I mean, and probably the past year or so, AI is kind of like the thing. Like, matter of fact, this week there, like the thing that's going on now is like fake AI clips of people saying shit, and even sometimes where I think some people actually said the shit, and they're like, "No, that's not me. That's AI," and that's gonna be like a going theme too. You do whatever dirt. No, that wasn't me. That was the AI that did. Somebody did this shit with AI. They fucking around, and, faking outrage and shit. So with that, man, what do you think about like conspiracy theories and fake news and fake information, and how do you kind of protect yourself against that kind of stuff?
Well, some of them, like the fake news stuff, I mean, you can tell that's bullshit. That's bullshit. A lot of the conspiracy theories, some of them I'm like, all right, that kind. I mean, it some of them add up. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like, oh god, batten down the hatches and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna just go all fucking crazy and shit like that, man. With it, I just, for me, it's starting to be more like entertainment. Something else I kind of equate to all of these is like, what's that shit called? Like the Mandela effect or some shit like that. Like when they say that Sinbad wasn't really in that movie, but everybody and their mama in the 90s saw that motherfucking movie with him as a goddamn genie. I mean, it's just shit like that, man. Then like you said, AI. Matter of fact, Charlamagne was talking about that shit today, man. Like that AI shit is really fucking scary, man. Cause like what I think it was DJ Envy said, like, you know what I'm saying? What if the AI uses your voice in a court of law and it says some outlandish shit that you know damn well you didn't say, but the AI made your voice like that? It's kind of a really fucked up thing, man. AI has its. I actually tried to call in on the subject today. I ain't get through, but yeah, I mean, it's just, and a lot of it is just for likes, man. They ain't got shit else to do, so we're gonna do it for likes. Like, there's one TikTok, and I've seen it. I think I've seen it at least 4 or 5 times. Oh, the government is going to stop paying veterans their VA benefits, and I'm like, man, bullshit. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, it's always something.
Yeah, and
I mean,
those, go ahead.
I was gonna say if they ever did that, that's essentially like whatever your constituency is, you might as well count to never not run again.
Right, because you're gonna get fucking told the fuck up. But a lot of those, I like to go to the comments just to see if the shit's fucking real or not, man. Like, it's crazy how shit's evolved from, like, let's say the 80s or 90s, where it was all about like Bigfoot and shit like that. So now it's every fucking thing. Like Kim Kardashian's booty exploded, and everybody's going crazy. R.I.P. Kim's booty. R.I.P. the butt. Damn Kanye. They just do shit like that, and it'll flood like my Facebook feed. It'll flood Instagram, and it'd be a whole bunch of fucking bullshit, man. Just and I mean, you just gotta, I guess, trust but verify, man. That's all I can really say, man. Just trust but verify, because they got the death hoaxes, and I mean, it's just so much shit that motherfuckers are doing for attention nowadays. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, pick up a goddamn trade or something, bro. You just sitting around. What can I make up today? You know what? I got one. Cat Williams' asshole fell out at the Oscars last Wednesday. There you go. There's a new one. His whole sphincter fell on the stage. There you go.
I don't know why that's what you picked.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think when I say shit like that half the time, it just comes out.
Oh, we know. We know.
But if y'all been watching since episode 1, y'all already fucking know. But that's just how they
watching since episode 111. You already know.
But that's just how these fake news and conspiracy theory motherfuckers be, man. I just think they get high first of all, because you can't think of no shit like that. Shit, they be thinking of fucking sober, and they come up with these fucking ideas like who created boxes? You know, like, is a box really a box? Is a love seat really a love seat? And you know, just random fucking shit, man. It's just fucking crazy how these people come up with these conspiracy theories and fake news type shit, and it's more based off of make believe and he say she say, and they just run with it for the likes and clicks. That's really it, bro. That's really it. I'm curious to hear what you think about it. I know you really watch a lot of YouTube and shit.
A little differently. So there's two parts. So conspiracy theories, I feel like they run wild because there's two parts. One, there's a part that has some truth, and then there's some parts that you can't verify. And if the truth is compelling enough to you, the true part is compelling enough to you, then you run with it and fill in the blanks, or make it work, or come with the head canon and kind of make it make sense to you to where it works out in your head. And then a lot of times there's confirmation bias and shit like that. And then one thing that I do to stay away from this is don't get on Twitter. Twitter now is high trash, and it's a bed for like fake news and conspiracy theories and stupid shit and everything else. And like even Instagram to some degree, like if you start, and I guess TikTok, I don't do TikTok, but I would assume TikTok too.
TikTok is probably the worst.
And I think with the conspiracy theory, sometimes it's, some people genuinely believe it because they get sucked into it and fall down a rabbit hole of believing shit and, whatever. But then I also think that, some people start them just for, like you said, the clout. And I think there's that aspect of it too. And then, so the fake news piece, I think that that's either trying to gain clout or you got some sinister motives, trying to extort somebody or embezzle some money and shit like that. So, I mean, I think it's those things. So think about it. Like, if you got some fake news, like you saw it a lot, especially in anime, man, you see that shit all the time. Like people will mock up like some shit. Like your favorite character dies in a particular anime, and they're like, no, they didn't really die. They came back. See, here's the clip. Or they'll do like, especially with Jujutsu Kaisen, as the Shibuya arc was on Crunchyroll, a lot of people were like mocking up like fake posters or like fake trailers, and I mean, and they look really good, and with like people and their talents and technology and shit, now you can make it seem like you can't distinguish that it's fake without looking at the content, And I mean, hell, they got your ass with the Baki game that time. Well, Baki coming to Tekken.
They got me good. I was excited.
They got man. And so what I'll do is I verify anything that I see. If it looks too good to be true, or looks too outlandish, it probably is. But then sometimes you strange. Yeah, they do. I mean, like a lot of times, like if you get an anime, you're looking like, or a movie, and you're looking at like when the next season come out or when the next volume come out, there's whole sites dedicated to like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, season 7, and they'll do like, okay, based on when season 5 was announced, after this season it was that, so we should expect. So it's nothing but a guess. But you didn't go on looking for it, and you thinking that you got some info and shit, and you really don't have anything. But they got them clicks. So, clicks equal traffic equals get you paid. I mean, and there's other ones that do it too a lot of times, where they'll have like, you see them especially on Facebook, it's horrible. Such and such was appalled by what such and such said. And what I started doing is like going to the comments, and they'll be like, either they'll sum it all up, or you'll just see like, this ain't shit. And so, I mean, that's what you got to do. One, sometimes the comments will help you out. Other times you got to do a little more research. Is it a reputable source? Do they come up with other shit? I mean, because sometimes there are genuine leaks, and you got to look out for that. But a lot of times it's just somebody trying to get that traffic, trying to get you on their page, get you on their, get you to click their site, get you to subscribe, get you to follow, all that shit. So you got to be careful of all of that. So, I mean, as far as it goes, again, stay off Twitter, verify, look at it. And really right now, I mean, I'm scared for what it's going to look like during the election season, because there's going to be so much AI bullshit.
It's going to be crazy.
because then because even like on the news, they'd be like reporting like bombings and shit, and they'll take like footage of like a bombing from like 3 years ago. And make it seem like it happened like 2 minutes ago. And like I think that happened like last week or something. I mean, I ain't gonna go in details, but I mean it happened like last week or something. And once you do a little bit of research, you're like, oh, yeah. So and be discerning about where you get your information from. Don't let one source be your only source, and you'll be all right.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really all I got.
There's two things. Just one thing that I saw today that I wanted to verify. I seen it on Facebook today, and they had what's his name that plays Superman in The Witcher, Mark Hamill or some shit. What is this?
Henry Cavill?
Yeah, that guy. It says it showed him doing like they're doing a Highlander remake in 2025. I need to that's one I need to go fucking verify right there. Because I mean,
see, I didn't look.
I'd be there for it.
I mean, me too. Highlander is one of my favorite movies, so I'm definitely all for that.
And then the last Friday been coming out for like 15 years.
Yeah, that ain't never coming out.
Hell no. Then like you were saying with the bombing, they did that shit with the whole Cat Williams thing, and I seen Janeke showed it to me on TikTok, and it was like, oh, Kevin Hart responds to Cat Williams on the Breakfast Club, and it was an interview from back when they was promoting that movie with him and Tiffany Haddish. I'm like, man, I said, babe, that's just like that interview's like 4 years old. That's when Night School was about to come out. That's the name of the movie, Night School. That's when Night School was about to come out. That's not him responding. That's a bunch of bullshit. But they do shit like that for the clout, for the likes, man. They whatever's fucking popular, man. If Chloe Bailey get caught taking a shit at a fucking Quick Trip or some shit like that, everybody's gonna have the fucking behind the scenes fucking action on what her shit looked like, what her toenails was her kneecaps ashy or not. They gonna know all that motherfucking shit, man. So like you said, man, don't just trust one source, man. Check multiple, because after that Baki shit, I don't believe nothing. I don't believe shit. Once you told me that shit wasn't true, how good that shit looked and how that shit was set up, I was like, damn.
And like I said, you got to look at, so I'm like using that for an example. So two things. One, talking about the Bailey says sometimes it should be true, because Haley was pregnant.
Yeah,
so, I mean, there's that. There's that. Yeah. But then the other side of that is like taking the Baki, for example. If you look up the Baki clip, you notice like any other trailer for characters and shit, you see the fighting characters, you see them fighting like multiple characters in different backgrounds, you see some of the moveset.
Yeah.
And it was only him on that white screen. And you also have to look at where the site is. I mean, because you think if they're announcing the character, Tekken's got a page, they've got a social media presence. It's what, 8's finna come out, or is it out? I don't know. I don't follow Tekken.
It come out next week, but yeah, it's on its way out.
You better believe they're gonna be teasing and dropping every character that's coming out. Yeah. I mean, shit, Mortal Kombat do it with everybody who coming. They have character trailers for them. So if you compare like the Baki to like a Mortal Kombat character trailer, you can kind of tell what the difference is in like the level of detail. But that Baki trailer was good, and that's what I'm saying. Sophistication is high now.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that shit.
And it's only getting better. It's only getting better. That's the crazy part. All right, everybody. So I'm sure at some point in time you have seen a GoFundMe for somebody or some. Some of them seem legit. Some of them have good causes. Hell, I almost donated to a GoFundMe this week. But you also see situations like the girl that claimed she got hit in the face with the brick. They found out that she was faking, and so I think there's a lawsuit against her, charges being pressed against her. So with that, I mean, it puts a sour taste in your mouth for the people that actually really need help. So, man, how do you feel about GoFundMe? Do you think it's a scam?
Well, it's kind of like you said, man. There's been not just her, but I heard about another one maybe a month ago where she pretty much stole her own Christmas presents for her kids.
Oh yeah. I heard about that.
They were stolen. Had to GoFundMe to get like. I've heard so many of those. It's kind of hard to trust it now. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them I see, I be wanting to help. Like it's a 3-year-old baby that's needs a heart transplant or something, and it's a friend of somebody I'm friends with on Facebook, and I be like, I want to help because I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? I've dropped $20 here, $20 there on people's GoFundMe's, but as far as it being a scam, it just depends, man. I mean, it's one of the things what's really hard to fucking tell, man, because a lot of these motherfuckers are good fucking liars. The scammers are scamming, like they really can fucking scam. They good at that shit, man. But there's also people that's doing GoFundMe's just, you know, of some bullshit. I didn't see GoFundMe's where it's like I can't afford my $700 a month fucking car note anymore, so they repoed my car. I'm doing a GoFundMe so you can help me get my car out. This is my dream car. I've seen GoFundMe's where it's like we're trying to go on a honeymoon and we need a GoFundMe for our fucking honeymoon. Like, you know, shit. I've seen shit like that.
See, I would be more inclined to help out with, like, if I knew the couple, I'd be more inclined than that for, you know, help me turn up in Miami or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, I've seen it and I knew him. And if y'all watch, I'm sorry. I just call a fucking spade a spade. If you want to fight, let's fight. Yeah. But I've seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's help them get a honeymoon and the wedding they deserve. No, I'm not fucking participating my hard-earned money. You knew you wanted to get married, motherfucker. You should have set a fucking date out far enough where you can fucking save for this shit. Don't try to fucking just jump on Facebook, do a GoFundMe, and hope motherfuckers. I mean, motherfuckers gave them some bread and shit. I mean, I ain't knocking nobody who helped them, but I was just not finna be fucking one of them because I'm like, what kind of shit is that? Like, help me give my kids a vacation to fucking Disneyland. Bitch, my kids ain't never been to goddamn Disneyland. What the hell I look like GoFunding your fucking Disneyland trip when I can't even take their ass to goddamn Myrtle Beach? Get the fuck out my goddamn face. Like, it's those that fucking kill me, man. And it makes, like I said, between those and the you don't know if it's a goddamn scam or not. It's hard, man. Like we're in an age now where you can't trust anything, bro. You can't trust GoFundMe, you can't trust emails, you can't trust anything. Everybody's just trying to fucking scam now, one way or fucking another, man. Like, I mean, some of that shit's just like fucking ridiculous. The chick you was talking about with the brick, I seen her face. She looked like Martin after he got beat up in a little fucking boxing match and shit. But you know, she threw the fucking first punch, and this ain't the first time this chick pulled some shit like this. Yeah. Then the Christmas shit was just fucking outlandish. You did your best, ma'am, to get your kids these fucking Christmas gifts. Why would you go through this whole fucking effort to fucking make believe steal your Christmas gifts to a GoFundMe to get more? Because you probably was trying to get. Because he was trying to get money for a BBL and some veneers. Just tell the goddamn truth. That's probably what the fuck it was fucking for. I mean,
veneers.
Call a fucking duck, goddamn it. I know
everybody gonna have them big ass teeth.
Yeah, I looked up, like, man, I keep my chip through crooked shit, man. I'm not spending money on that shit. Man, fuck that. I'm gonna hit about 70, and most of these bitches gonna be gone any goddamn way. So fuck it. What I'm gonna spend money on the fuck? I could spend $4,000 on something else. But as far as GoFundMe being a scam, it's really hard for me to say, man. I mean, heart goes out to them people that really need it, that's really trying. You know, you see a lot of them that's trying to raise money for funeral proceedings and things like that. Like, you know, my heart goes out to them, but at the same time, so many people done fucked that up for them. It's kind of like, is there really a fucking funeral? Or is this chick just trying to go get a BBL real quick and some veneers? Right. I don't motherfucking know. So I'm not gonna get her no money. I'm not gonna help. I'll send a like. I might share a GoFundMe and participate like that, but I'm not gonna put my money in a GoFundMe because I don't trust it anymore. How about you, bro?
I'm kind of the same, and it's kind of crazy because, you know, for every, you know, one scam, there's probably like 50 legit GoFundMes. But unfortunately, the way the scams work, they're usually so horrible and they put such a bad taste in your mouth. You're leery, and like you said, don't make you want to trust anything.
Right.
Shit, this is the scammer episode tonight. That's funny. But I think you see those things like the one, hell, the one. I mean, there was one. I think what's the dude, George Santos? He was involved in one where I think they were raising money to get a vet service dog, or allegedly. And allegedly he kept the money. I think that it's some along those lines.
And that's bullshit because that's programmed so you can get one without spending a goddamn dollar. That's the shit I be talking about. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, man. And then like I know like there was a GoFundMe for a family that went to our church about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. It was like early December. And so that was one I meant to give, but I missed the deadline. And that was one I was going to actually give. I knew them. I knew the situation. I knew it was legit. And I mean, and it wasn't even about like the medical care or whatever. It was just the fact that the situation that was in, like the people put them together to help them out. But see, the thing that I was kind of hesitant on, it was like, are they really even looking for this? Or are you just trying to be a good Samaritan and help them out?
Right.
I mean, and that's the thing. But even still, though, I mean, the other side of that too was like, anytime somebody has some issues or like anybody has a baby or something, Kim makes them like a week of meals or whatever. So I mean, that's the equivalent of donating to the GoFundMe. It would cost about the same. So when you look at it like that, it's like give us a little money, and you'll live. And I think if I ever decide to give to one, and it comes out to be a scam, it's kind of just like, if a homeless person, you see them and you give them money and you find out they're not homeless, you did what you did out of your heart, your good intention, you know, whatever you believe, karma, whatever, it'll catch them in the long run for that scamming, and they'll get found out. I mean, they might get over a little bit, but they'll eventually get found out. Like old girl with the brick, she got found out. Then all of them get found out because they investigate them and they hold them, and you'll end up getting your money back. So,
because it ain't never no little bit of money, like you stupid motherfuckers. It's 40,000, 60,000, 100,000. Of course, the government gonna look at that because they want their cut. The fuck is wrong?
I mean, but then on the other side of that, which is so crazy, is like when Rittenhouse and whatever you believe about that.
I remember that one.
Somebody put a GoFundMe on his, and it made bang quick.
Yeah.
And so that's something that you also got to look out for too. Or I mean, I guess not even really look out for, because I mean, that's one of those things. It's like, really, that what y'all donating to? Is that what y'all want to support? But that that also supports a narrative too, in some respects. So we won't get into to that discussion because that's overdone. But that's another example. I also think too. I mean, you don't necessarily have to even be like medical procedure or something like that. Like the honeymoon one, I mean, if I knew them and we were cool and knew what they were trying to do, I'd be okay with that, because some people, what they do now, instead of having asking for gifts, they'll have like it's not a GoFundMe, it's something else. I don't know what it's called, but you can like help pay for their honeymoon, their honeymoon. Yeah, lost train of thought there. You can help pay for the honeymoon. And I mean, if you decide and that's how you want to do things, it's fine. Because I mean, you're gonna buy them a gift for their wedding if you go anyway. But I mean, if I'm not invited to the wedding and I wasn't going to the wedding, then that's different. I'm not putting in on that. But if I was going and you had to GoFundMe and it was for that, I'm cool with that. Also, if it's what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, back to the wedding thing too, because people gave us money when we got married, and appreciate that money too. Help with our house down payment. It's paying an ass on the paperwork, but it sure did help us with the down payment for our house. So, wasn't knocking that. So, I mean, some people ask for stuff like that. Some people ask to help for a down payment for their house like that, and I mean that's fine. I mean, because I know a GoFundMe right now where somebody's like, they're a couple and one of them lost their job, and it's not like they need it for medical care or anything like that. It's just help to keep them on their feet. And in those cases, I'm like, knowing the person, you can respect what it took for them to get to that point. And that's one that I may give to if it's still active when I think about it. And I'm in front of the computer, which I'm in front of the computer to think about it now. So I might hit that one up. But anyway, they can be scamming. They also might not be, and you just have to do what you feel good about. I think at the end of it all, if you feel good and you feel right in your spirit that you want to give with the best intentions, you can't try to do good and worry about the intentions of others. I mean, because you were gonna get that money regardless. So once it's gone, it's gone. So I think that's what I think about all that. And don't get bent all out of shape if it is a scam and you get a little screwed over. Because I mean, you ain't, unless you put like big bread on it, then it's a different ball game.
Yeah, that's why $20 is the max. $20 is the max. When I did do it, I don't do it no more. But it's interesting you equated all that to like, it's pretty much is the same like giving money to a homeless person. You know what I'm saying? And but they're easy to fucking figure out. If they ask for a couple dollars to eat and you tell these motherfuckers, man, I just run ahead and grab you something to eat real quick, man. Nah, bro, I just really want, they full of shit. No, you ain't get no money. Get the fuck out of my face. But, I've had an instance where in Atlanta where a dude was like, I'm homeless. I'm a vet. I'm just trying to get something to eat. Matter of fact, I told the story before because we went in there Taco Bell and he was ordering nacho cheese and extra sour cream and all that type of motherfucking shit. And I almost headbutted the fuck out of his ass. But
you call me Scrooge.
I mean, the point is, motherfucker, you're hungry, but you're doing the most, so somebody else paying for it. That was my issue. It was to me, it was a little ungrateful. But these GoFundMe things, like you said, man. I mean, if you feel in your heart to fucking give, hey, by all means, do what you do. Might be a scam, might not be a scam. Long as your heart's in the right place, long as your energy is in the right place, man. You know what I'm saying? You got balance and all the other good stuff when you're doing it. Then by all means, doing it. But me personally, I don't feel right about doing it anymore. And then, like you said, the honeymoon thing, that's pretty interesting. You said people are doing it as like gifts and shit like that. So maybe I might do we might do a renewal of our vows because I don't remember getting no goddamn gifts on our motherfucking wedding. So I think we might do a renewal. So get some stuff.
Y'all ain't no registry or nothing?
Man, we was broke. I was a private in the army.
I mean,
but baby,
you mean your actual married or the actual? Because I mean, I can't remember because Kim usually handles the gift fees when we go to a wedding. So.
Yeah, the ceremony. I don't. I'm gonna ask you. Matter of fact, I was gonna ask you that when we finish recording. I don't think we got shit. Okay. Actually, I don't think we got anything. But I'm gonna ask her.
So once he confirms, I'll put a little text block on here and let you know if we did or not.
Yeah, because if not, we're doing a renewal for our 15-year, and y'all better come with the gifts. God damn it, y'all better come with the gifts. I got some things working. It's gonna be a fantastic motherfucking event. Y'all better come with the goddamn gifts. But
so I ain't giving you shit now that you told on yourself. So.
But GoFundMe a scam. Could be. It just depends on the person, depending on the situation.
It might be.
You got to use your judgment, just like conspiracy theories and fake news. You got to trust but verify. You know what I'm saying? Check your sources. Look more into it before you drop these dollars, man. That's all I got.
Yes, sir. What y'all think? How do y'all feel about GoFundMe? What's the most you've ever given to a GoFundMe if you've given that?
That's a good question. Now, I will say before we go ahead and close this thing out, fundraisers and shit, that's something completely fucking different. Like, if you posting that you're selling popcorn or some other shit like this, some type of fundraiser, that's completely fucking different from a GoFundMe. I'll support anybody that's out there really trying to do it for their kids and themselves. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting some motherfucking popcorn, I like the little fiery cheddar shit myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for shit like that. But if you want to go fund me with no kind of substance behind it, I'm skeptical. That's all.
Y'all missed getting some popcorn from our niece that time. I was so pissed off.
I enjoyed mine. It's quite good.
I was so pissed off. She was like, "Yeah, it's over." I was like, "Damn it."
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I was talking about that shit like a day or two before this shit popped up. Like, damn, I want some of that little fiery cheddar popcorn shit, man. You can't have it.
Some good popcorn.
But I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Hit her with that pretty man. I don't give a
fuck. Pinch off a little cup every couple of days. You'd be good.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed that fucking popcorn. But yeah, like bro said, all that stuff in the comments that he said, put it. I'm interested.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for the cigar check-in. I mean, the accessory check-in. I'm sorry. Like I told y'all, I've been retro inhaling like since the beginning of the episode, and that shit just smacked me in the goddamn face, man. I love Placencius, man. But Lamar, how was your smoke? How was your drink, bro?
Side is good as always. This will probably be the last episode. Once we get to the next episode, I'll have my normal stuff. So I'm excited about what's coming with that. But cider was good. I mean, it's always good. The cigar was just okay. Nothing amazing. It slowed down. It's gone now, but it slowed down. It kicked a little flavor. Kind of once you got to the band, flavor kicked up a bit. So it was good for that. That weird flavor note went away. So definitely glad about that. But not bad. Would I try another one? Maybe, but not on top of my list. There's a lot of other cigars I'm gonna try first. So I mean that's pretty much it. How about you?
Hey man, the Jameson was hitting, man. It went real good with the Placencia. Then again, for me personally, everything with the Placencia goes good, man, with my palate.
Mm-hmm.
It's after you and Dre last episode talking about my palate a lot and shit, like educating myself and things like that of that nature. But no, man, it was good, man. The Placencia is great, man. Once again, shout out to Justin and Drea for the amazing Christmas gift, man. A whole box of Placencias, bro. Like,
yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
I think I cried a little when I fucking saw that shit, man.
I don't blame you. You had a good little holiday. So
yeah, man. They looked out, man. So it's good Placencia, man. Jameson was great. It's always great when you can get a bottle of Jameson for $17 fucking dollars. Okay.
With the red tag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna miss it. No, I'm not. I'm going to Augusta. I can go to the shop at there. Anyway, but yeah, man, my sister is great, man. I'm feeling real good right now.
Good. All right, man. You got anything for the people before we close out?
I don't think so, man. Just verify your sources before you just say that that's actual fact and everything like that, and survey a GoFundMe before you just jump in there like, oh God, they need my help. Just look into the shit before you do the shit. You know what I'm saying? And support your people, man. Blessings.
Yeah. Well, I don't have much. So one thing I will say is take a look on the screen. There will be some videos coming up. Take a look at those. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Episode 112 in the books. 112. And we out.
Peaches and cream.